now. Dennis Lin mentions the Padres opening day payroll luxury tax figure at opening day payroll 156. The luxury tax figure, $212 million. And the New York Mets just signed Harrison Bader to a 1-year deal worth $10.5 million. If I were the Padres, I probably would not have done that considering the budget. You have a lot of needs to fill, and Harrison Bader, let's be honest, what would he have done for this Padres team? He would have been a right-handed hitter, good defense, but he would have been a righty. They need lefties, and he would have been probably at the bottom of the order. So they can go get that elsewhere for cheaper. They can sign. Is Kevin Pillar, would that be the guy that you have him play center field and hopefully he can be healthy till Jacob Marcy is ready? You can make a trade. Max Kepler has played center field in the past, but maybe they have him go play left. Maybe Tatis ends up playing center field because that's the easiest thing for the Padres. They move Tatis to center. You can bring in corner outfielders. There's more better hitting corner outfielders out there, and there usually always is, that makes sense for the Padres on like 1-year deals than center fielders. You know, Kevin Pillar, okay. Michael A. Taylor, I mean, he's coming off, I think, a better year than Harrison Bader, if I remember correctly. And the Minnesota Twins, you don't want Byron Buxton as your only option there in center field. And Michael A. Taylor, if he's comfortable there, I know the Twins are lowering payroll, but he may just go back there. What if the Cubs can't bring back Cody Bellinger? Do they go get some outfielders that the Padres may be interested in? So on the free agent market, I'm really looking at corner outfielders right now, and maybe the Padres, we don't see center field get resolved until later, like closer to spring training, where they just go and get a 1-year guy that has a good glove, and the corner guys are better offensive guys and can produce. And I'm not saying they'd be at the top of the order. I think Max Kepler probably would be near the top because he's a lefty, and you can, put him in between some of the righties there at the top. But they'd be better offensively than Kevin Pillar or whoever they put in center field, assuming that it's going to be Tatis staying in right field. He's played right. He played some center field in the Dominican Winter League for his dad's team, but he's playing right field. He made a great running catch the other night. I know Padres fans were pretty worried. They saw just for like a split second, he kind of slipped there as he was running in from the outfield off the wall down the line. But seems like he's all good. There's no reports out there that health-wise he's not good. And I think he is getting close to ending his stint there in the Dominican Winter League for, I think, Estrellas is the team that he's playing for there. So, look, Tatis, they have Azokar and Cal Mitchell. I guess that's the outfield right now because that Atlanta Braves AA guy that they acquired, I don't think you're putting him in there, putting him in left field. Like, that's really what the outfield is. Remember, Taylor Colway, he, I think, is with the Mets as well. By the way, I was not expecting Harrison Bader. I'm not surprised that he got 10 mil from someone, 10.5 mil, but I wasn't expecting it to be from the New York Mets. I mean, don't they have Brandon Nimmo in center field? I guess you need someone to play left field. Maybe they have Nimmo slide over, or they have someone else play one of the corners. And then because they have Starling Marte as well, although he has dealt with some injury issues. So I'm curious to see how they do there. But I was not expecting Bader to go there. But hey, the Padres, Kiermaier, they lose out on him. I don't know how interested they were in these guys. I don't think that they were going to pay double digits in terms of millions, so like $10+ million to Harrison Bader, to Kevin Kiermaier. If you're going to pay that, I want it to be to someone that's going to give you some offense. And those guys are not known to give you like great offense. And it's good defense, but Jose Azokar is okay in center field. You can go get someone that's serviceable there in center field for a lot less money. And I mean, let's be honest, if you want to spend money somewhere right now, where do you want to spend it? You probably want to spend it in the rotation because, I mean, it's a pitcher's market right now. Like, they're getting paid. I think that there's going to be trades. I don't think that it's just going to be all free agency. The Padres have about $25 million before they get to the 237 number for the CBT after this Woo-Suk Go signing. So, I mean, you got to fill 2 outfield spots, bench, a few rotation guys, right? Because you want some depth as well. You don't just want to bring in one starter and then you have Avila, Waldron, Vasquez, Brito fight for the last, Yeah, I guess if you bring in one, they'd be fighting for the 5 spot. I think you still want more depth than that. Maybe that's just me, but I think you still want more depth than that. So hopefully they bring in a couple of arms. And there's still that bat, first base DH bat, right, that you would think that they'd want to acquire. How much is that going to cost, or is that going to be via trade? So AJ Preller's going to be able to get the job done like he has to. That you have to have a roster, but I'm very curious to see where he goes with this because center field, that market, it keeps getting thinner, and the market wasn't even that good. Like, let's not talk about Cody Bellinger. We got to be realistic. The Padres are not going to give Cody Bellinger $200 million. And Harrison Bader goes to the Mets. Kevin Kiermaier goes to the Blue Jays. I'm not feeling great about the Padres' chances of landing Michael A. Taylor, and he's a righty as well. He can go get it in center field, no doubt about that. He's coming off of a good year, but the Padres, I think they want some lefties. Now, if it's a good defensive center field and it's cheap, I think Pilar is a righty as well. Maybe they're just fine with that, and they'll wait for Marcy, or that's just how they're going to roll with it because they prioritize having better offense from the first base DH bat that they get, the left fielder that they get. Maybe they acquire someone via trade, a center fielder that we're not even thinking about. But yeah, another option is off the board. And I guess Tatis to center field is still a possibility, but I would not bet on that.